I'm going to call this video miscellaneous paranormal things that have happened to me throughout my life and also what is happening to me right now. I remember dating this girl and she had to go to this birthday party in a completely different state in a section of the state that I've never been in. And so I went with her. It was her godson's birthday party. And it was in this mall in a Build-A-Bear workshop. And so it was a very long drive. We get to the mall, we enter through a bookstore, and as soon as we get into the middle area of the mall, I completely freak out because there's this elevator, and the elevator is made of glass. It's huge, and it has like this these neon lights attached to it, and they were just very particular. And I was like telling my girlfriend, I have seen this, I remember the exact plot of this dream. Me and my friend in the dream were running from these guys, and we ran into that exact elevator, and whenever we got to the top, we went into that store, except that store used to be a Gadzooks. And then my girlfriend freaked out, and she's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And I was like, no. And she said 2 years ago that store used to be a Gadzooks. There were over 100 stores in this mall. It was a 2-story mall. The chances of me pointing in that general direction and saying, hey, this type of store used to be there, it's just not statistically probable. I have issues with sleeping in the bed next to people because I'm such a sensitive sleeper. And so I was staying at my girlfriend's house, and I needed to sleep upstairs and her sleep downstairs because that's the only way I can go to sleep. So I'm upstairs and I feel something rummaging around at the foot of my bed. So I kind of freak out because I hate that sensation, the feeling of stuff walking on your bed, and you turn on the lights and nothing is there. And the light switch is nowhere near this bed, so I just kind of stayed as still as possible. And then I could see through the moonlight that it was her little black dog. And I leaned up in the bed. Sorry, had to think for a moment. I leaned up in the bed and I petted the dog, and I could hear the clinking of its collar when I petted it, like the sound of the two tags hitting each other. And there was a fucking dog on the bed, and it's just not that big of a deal right now until I say the next morning, guess who slept with me last night? And my ex-girlfriend was like, who? And I said, your little black dog came and jumped in the bed with me. And she said, that is impossible. My dog is like 15 years old, and it's having like all of his organ failures. The dog can't even climb up the stairs. It has to have little stairs in order to jump into the bed. And the dog was sleeping with my mom the entire night with the door shut. And I just, oh my God. I was wide awake when this should happen. I got into an argument with her, like, no, seriously, the dog was in the bed. No, seriously. Seriously. 2 days later, the dog died. They had to put the dog to sleep. I remember a few years before that, when I was 18, it was in the middle of the night, and I was lying in bed, half awake, half asleep, and I thought it was my mom peeping in through my bathroom door, which was connected to my room, and watching me sleep. This is something that she did. She would just watch me sleep. I don't know. And so I just really assumed that it was her, and because I was so, basically awake enough, I just kept saying, Mom, Mom, kind of freaked out, like, why are you watching me sleep again? I got out of the bed and walked into the bathroom, like, Mom, it's okay, don't be embarrassed, Mom. And so I walked all around the house saying, Mom, like, just wondering where she went, because the bathroom has another exit out of it, and so I thought that she went into the other exit and just, like, was walking back to her room. And I get to her room, and there she is, dead asleep in her bed, like having the deeper breathing of like deep sleep, and I was horrified because I saw something was watching me in that house, and I thought it was my mom. It's some woman figure. So recently, since all of this new stuff has been going on, like the constant ringing in my ears, I just have this constant ongoing ringing in my ears. The ringing fluctuates, whatever, ever since I've been meditating with these crystals or whatnot. And while I meditate, I might hear like buzzings and beeping noises or just strange robotic noises. I hear the meowing. I hear fragments of sentences. I'll hear screams. And I think I talked about the meowing in another video. I asked whatever was trying to communicate to me to not use human sounds because that's very scary. I'm very frightened by just straight up just, hey, what's up? Like shit like that. I just can't do that. I would totally just faint. Can't do that. I said, how about communicating to me and getting me used to this by doing meowing noises or purring noises, just cat noises, because I'm very comfortable with those sounds. Those are very relaxing sounds to me. And so now when I meditate, I will get glimpses of cat noises amongst still fragments of sentences and shit like that. But since all of this has been happening, I was taking a shower and I thought about that woman. And all of a sudden it sounded like something fell in my bathroom. It just sounded like shit just went everywhere, just fell. So I get out of my bathtub and I see that a painting has fallen off of my bathroom wall. And I still don't even think anything of it because I think that I have a dog and 3 cats and they get into arguments all the time. I'm thinking that the dog and the 3 cats got into some type of argument and bumped into the wall, and then the painting fell and knocked into all of this other stuff. So I put the painting back on the wall and I start to hit the wall. I hit the wall, I open the door, shut the door, do all kinds of stuff to get the painting to fall off the wall, and it simply does not fall. And I think about at the exact moment, what was I thinking when the painting fell off the wall? And I was thinking of that woman. Another time with this particular woman, I guess, I had the surgery in March, and I was in my bed recovering, and I remember having a sleep paralysis where there's this woman that opened the door and got in bed next to me and put her arms around me and just started rocking me back and forth saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I just, with all of that and the feeling that I got from that, I just assumed that this is all the same woman, and whenever I do have my dreams where I'm being pushed into the bed, or sleep paralysis where I'm being pushed in the bed and have this sense of love or type of feeling, I just now assume that it's that woman. The ringing in my ears and sounds every once in a while are not that big of a deal. I don't really care until the last couple of days. I've been having a lot of issues with falling asleep. I will halfway fall asleep and my body will violently jerk awake. I will have some type of image of something, or I will have some type of fragment of some type of sound, or I will have a dream like I know technically you're not supposed to be in a dream right when you fall asleep. I don't feel like that's true. I had a dream where I was staring at this woman who was in an office chair, and she went to move her right arm, and that's when my right arm jerked in real life, and I woke up. So I'm having like third person dreams where I'm in control of the third person, but I'm not even in a dream yet. I'm half awake, half asleep, 1 second into sleeping. And it's just annoying because I cannot go to sleep like this. And then I'll end up waking up before I need to get up out of bed, and I can't go back to sleep because I constantly am jerking. The only way I can go to sleep is if I take these pills, and these pills make you sleep for several hours. So if I wake up before my alarm goes off, I can't just go grab one of these pills because I have to wake up in an hour, and these pills make you sleep for several hours. So I just hate it. I don't like that part. Most of the time, like I said in my other video, I don't even remember the visions that I have or weird glimpses of imagery that I have before I jerk awake. And sometimes what I have is scary, like a weird, scary face. I don't like it. I don't like that part. And now that I think about it, the ringing in my ears is just kind of like died down a whole lot since I've been having these image things in my sleep. Also, randomly, one day, as I'm sitting on the computer and I'm playing a game, the center of my forehead starts to pulsate like it has a heart in the center of it. Like it's just, the skin on my forehead is just like throbbing. And so I go to the bathroom to look in the mirror, assuming that I'm not even going to see anything, and it's this huge freaking red ring around the center of my forehead in between my eyebrows. And I'm like, what the hell is this? It stayed like that for an hour, and I went and I showed my mom, and my mom marked it to see if it would get any bigger. She said it looks like a big hive. It looks very strange. I don't know. Weird shit's happening.